You see you, baby.
It's grown from 1,000 people. 10 years ago, we had 3,900 people there throughout the day.
Stop. Any event that can bring together more than 1,000 people to learn about water conservation, we need to be there. This is how Water Matters Day 2015 went down.
What we're doing is promoting different facets of conservation, and we've got 40 different booths here, and to entice people to go to as many as they can, you have to get your program stamped 12 times, and at that time you can go up to our tree giveaway area and pick out 2 trees that are either Florida natives or they're at least drought tolerant.
This actually retrofits an existing tree. What most people don't realize is that irrigation is in most cases the biggest water abuser, but they don't see it because it happens in the middle of the night. So what we have here today is our array of water savings nozzles. We have our solar radiation evapotranspiration sensors. We have our soil sensors where you can actually measure soil moisture, so your irrigation controller only runs when it needs to.
Especially in the state of Florida, people don't understand that we're, running out of fresh water, especially with sea level rise due to climate change. Saltwater intrusion is putting a lot of pressure on our fresh water. So we use a lot of water in Florida, so we need to make sure we take care of that.
There's a lot of things people could be doing to have a healthier lifestyle, to just save their money, whether it be with just the way they irrigate their lawns, the type of plants they use, some of their energy usages in their houses, and just different things that people may not know about, but they're very easy to do and really can save them money and help sustain the environment for the future.
We all know how scarce water is in South Florida, especially this time of year from November through March when it doesn't get much rain. Having a rain barrel or any of these other kinds of rain barrels will allow you to capture water so that you can use it when and where you need it.
The most important aspect of this event is reaching out to new people who generally aren't involved in conservation. So people come for the free trees, but they have to stay and they have to have those conversations about the importance of water conservation and the importance of keeping our water clean and really environmental stewardship.
There's thousands of people here that are learning about the environment, learning about the importance of water, learning about native plant gardening for wildlife. People are getting free trees and native plants to create wildlife habitat in their garden and also help reduce stormwater runoff.
One of the booths we have here is the Naturescape Irrigation Service. It's one of the several mobile irrigation labs we have through South Florida, and our primary mission is water conservation.
We're going to give away a rain barrel that's out the front there, okay? If you have any questions about
Over 6 million people in South Florida here, and many of them have got irrigation systems for their house. Many of them don't understand the complexity of uniform distribution, and we're trying to change that.
What we've got here is a depth of planting demonstration, trying to show people what the proper installation method is when you're trying to get a tree in the ground. This one planted just right. We've got the trunk and it transitions into roots, and this would be like your first order root. And we want that taper of the trunk to be right at grade, okay? As opposed to planting it too high, which is what we've got over here, where we've got a good 1.5 inches of the root ball actually above grade, so the tree is a little bit weak in the ground, and you've got a lot of roots exposed. And then the other scenario where the tree is actually plunged, planted too deeply, which is actually the most common problem. If we're looking down at the trunk here, we see it looks like a telephone pole. There's no actual flare or increase in girth as you get toward the base. You can't even see the base of the tree because it's got all of this soil piled on top of the root ball. That's not a good thing. Why? Because the roots need to breathe. They need oxygen as well as moisture.
I think the main thing that is important about events like this is community attraction. So informing the community that we're here and the importance of coming out and learning about the different programs that exist and opportunities for them to give back so that they can continue to enrich Broward County and make it a better place to live.
It's an overall message of water conservation and native plants. And through the plant giveaway, we hope to introduce species that people have never heard of, that they can grow in their yards and see how easy it is to integrate natives into our landscapes.
Trees are our friends. They provide a lot of good environmental services besides just the aesthetics. And that's a challenge, you know, in trying to teach the public that trees provide lots of good things for us. And they're a vital part of having a sustainable urban environment.
You know, it's very interesting that a lot of individuals, maybe they heard about Water Matters Day, but it's really different when you actually come to the event and really see the magnitude of ways in which water addresses all facets of our lives. It serves to reinforce the value of thinking about water conservation during a day like this, but then carrying that education to the way that we conduct our lives and we perform as individuals within our households and in our professional responsibilities.
Funding for the urban conservation is provided by Miami-Dade Water and Sewer Department.